jealous. We don't get that shit no more. We don't get snow like that. I think like the last time I want to say like the for real snow. Damn, was it 2020, 21? We used to get terrible. We used to get terrible. Like I remember one year, I want to say like 2009. Yo, it was so bad. They shut highways down. The snow was so bad. Like it was like if you didn't have no truck, you wasn't going nowhere. Like McDonald's was closed, all the fast food restaurants. Snow was covering people doors and shit. Man, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, the
I
time
don't
the
want to get
snow
that
was
shit no
bad.
more, but
The time the snow was bad before this was probably like 2010. Yeah, maybe like when it was bad.
yeah, say
Probably,
about
no, maybe 2016, 15, maybe.
like we had snow. I want to we had snow in 2019, but it wasn't nothing like that. Like it was like we got snow, and then actually that was on Halloween. Actually, like we've been having able to wear like not having to wear big ass jackets during Christmas and all that. Like it's just weird over here, man. Like at one point during the last 2 weeks, it was like 55, 60 degrees for like 4 days straight.
It was like 75, 80
Al,
here. Now it's in the 30s.
Al Gore tried to tell us, man. Al Gore tried to tell us about the global warming. People want to hear that shit.
No, I was like that here though too. It was literally like last week it was like high 50s, low 60s, and now today it said it was like 12. It felt like 12 degrees outside because of the wind chill.
No. Hey, it's crazy though. Like one thing having in a garage is I took Ace to the bus stop and I only had slides on. I had to go to the doctor this morning. I just took him to the bus stop, went straight to the doctor. I got out the car. I'm like, I have slides on. And that is the worst. Having slides and it's this cold outside.
Yeah,
I hate
I
that
actually
shit.
wear those though because I wear those for work because it's easy to slide my feet in and out.
Yeah, no, for real, it's easy. Like you just hop in, but
Nah, your feet be cold now.
Coldness, but feet is cold as hell. Everything else warm but your feet. But man, I love the cold, man. I just tell people you gotta get the right gear and you be straight. I know black people will be trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, I'm
I know. I know Nick like fuck off. Nick
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. When I went to like usually when I go on vacation, I go to warm places. What's up, Wiley? And when we went to Iceland and I stepped off the plane and I'm like, bro, why would I come here? Like I hate going to cold places. Like I don't even know why I came. I had a great time, but it was like as soon as I stepped off,
you
I'm
insane for that. You definitely.
Yeah.
You definitely insane for that. What up, Felicia? What's good? I love I wouldn't say I love the snow because that snow shit is like snow's only cool when it first come down. I hate that slushy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how it gets out there in the DC area, but here, no. But if you don't have to work outside, like I don't know if you ever had to work. I had to work outside before with a job I had, and that shit was the worst. Like, but if you have to stand in the bus stop, I feel sorry for you because
so he was out, my brother's a maintenance man, so he was out there putting salt and stuff down. Boy was working like all day.
You better pay me double.
Man, when I used to be a tech for Comcast, have to go outside and fixing shit and installing shit. Man, I did that shit. I was like, man, how long do I have to wait before I can transfer? It was like 6 months. Hey, I transferred so fast out of that shit. Having to be outside, go doing shit a cold? Oh hell no! I'll never. I feel people who gotta do that. Shit. Like 10 degrees, you gotta get up to work outside. No, I'm straight. Yeah, the struggle with the cold, if my hands or feet get cold is like if you got too big of a gloves on, you can't do shit. But then you have smaller gloves, then your hands get cold, so you just looking dumb at all the time. So, but. Oh man, we back, man. Happy New Year to everybody. I know everybody who wasn't there for our playback. We got another playback coming tomorrow. Lo gonna be, at the game. She's gonna tap in with us. But it's gonna be me and Nick watching the game with y'all. USC versus Maryland, I should say that. out loud so y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hopefully, I
But man,
watch.
happy. We will watch this game. That last game was. Wait, that last game. First, the sound wasn't working right, like it was like it
the
normally
crazy
does.
part, it was
but
actually a good game too.
it was ended up being a good game, and a lot of people don't even. It was at first. It was stale. At first, it was stale. We wasn't really trying to deal with that. And shout out to Megan for being in the chat because we would never known what the fuck was going on. They was fighting and shit. People was in foul trouble. We ain't know. Like we didn't even know people was in foul trouble. But welcome back everybody, man. It's episode 21. It was a best damn W show. Yeah, Low. What up, Low? Nick, what's going on with you?
Another day to be alive. Happy New Year 2025. We going up. You know.
First Tuesday of the year. You see, we tired. We definitely tired up here. It's been a long ass Tuesday. No kids, but I'm so glad my kids had a snow day because I would have cried if they was out of school for 2 weeks and then had a snow day for 2 days in a row. So everybody who got kids out, especially in the DC area, I feel sorry for y'all. Low.
Man, the real question is, are they gonna pull back some of this money that I owe for this daycare? He been out of school for 2 weeks.
Now you know good damn well I'm not gonna do that.
He been out of school for 2 days, so why am I still paying full price for the and I will be sending an email tomorrow, best believe it.
I know. You an email writer. I know you low writing letters, man. She getting shit done. She definitely getting shit done. Before we get started, I got one video I want to show y'all, man. One video. This video is funny as hell. Don't think it's I shouldn't have laughed, but I know y'all got good humor. So I found this shit. Let me pull this shit up real quick. Yo, this shit is funny as fuck to me. Hold on. No, not that. There we go. Imagine that's your son, yo. Come on, bro. You saw that shit? I just saw that shit. Come on, man. Come on, man.
What exactly happened?
Come on, man. So I don't know what. That's the only thing I had. But the thing that, like, I don't know if Buddy didn't like the foul, but he fouled Buddy. Then he punched him.
Yeah, like they got.
Lo, what you doing? Lo, what you doing if that's your son?
What if he's getting punched or if he's doing the punching?
No, if he's getting punched, getting laid out like what does Xavier?
Oh, if he's getting cooked like that, oh, I'm running on the court. Fuck you mean? What? You said if he's getting beat up?
Yo, he got put to sleep, boy. And his teammates did not want to smoke whatsoever. Man, they saw Buddy, they was like, "No,
hey, you know, Lowe's gonna get beat up."
Man, what you think? Hold on, you think I'm gonna just sit in the stands and watch my baby get beat up?
No, he got floored.
And then the parents that's trying to jump in. Period.
Logo fight the whole mob. Fuck
man. Absolutely.
Over me,
absolutely.
Over me. Look, I play all day about a lot of things. All day. You can talk about me. You can talk about everybody. But when it comes to that little boy, I don't play. So anybody in there right can get it. These hands are ready to eat.
That's crazy though. They get knocked out like that. No, dead ass. Happy New Year, Q.
Exactly.
I'm going to jail. I'm turning into Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Period.
Before we get started, since you said that, did y'all watch Raw last night? Are y'all into wrestling? Y'all watch that shit?
I haven't watched Raw in probably 20 years.
I was locked in.
I used to watch because my brother.
I was locked in.
I saw that they had Hulk Hogan.
I'll definitely be a wrestling head. Boo his ass. You couldn't even hide that shit. Boo the shit out of him, boy. They definitely said that shit was gonna feel like WrestleMania and did, but man, let's get into this action. We got a lot of stuff that it's so much that happened in the last 2 weeks, but we're not gonna some of that stuff we're not even gonna even touch because some of that should just be nonsense. But man, conference play started last week. I'm gonna shoot it to you, Nick. What was some of your favorite matchups or games that happened, man?
If I had to pick a favorite game, probably Notre Dame and North Carolina. I think that's been the best game thus far. I mean, I'll just be real. I mean, Notre Dame backcourt, best backcourt in the nation. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You can't even like debate that if you ask me, honestly. I mean, combined for 43
No,
points,
you can't.
10 rebounds is just insane. Olivia Miles was cooking early. She came with something to prove, honestly. She had like a nasty step back like early in the game. And I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna be in a long night. And then Hannah was cooking too. Hannah had like 12 or like the first like 22, 24 points or something like that. So they were both on a mission early in the game. And then obviously took care of minutes. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole game because I had to watch the Florida State game that came on like shortly after. But I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the second half. It was just very interesting watching that game because I'm watching UNC. UNC is a very respected team in the ACC, but the one thing that I question is offense. I don't know exactly who their go-to scorer is. I don't know if they want to go to Alyssa Utsby more often. She's never really been known as a scorer like that. And I know they got some shoes to fill now that Deja Kelly's out in the West, out at Oregon. But I mean, at the end of the day, UNC is gonna compete just based off of the defense. I mean, they're one of the best defensive teams, not only in the ACC but in the country. But I think offensively is where they're gonna have a lot of struggles, especially when you're going up against a lot of top contenders in the ACC, like Notre Dame, like NC State, or whoever. So that's gonna be something that I'm really interested in looking to moving forward. Another game we could talk about: USC dominated against Rutgers, and we'll definitely dive more into that game later.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes.
My girl Judea in Big Ten play, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, average. I think they played about 2 or 3 games already in Big Ten play. This is very interesting because this
Let
is
me
their
ask you,
first year.
hold on real quick. Real quick. Are we going back to calling her Juju or she's still Judea?
I go both. I ain't gonna lie.
I go both too.
Okay, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Just for clarification for those who don't know, I'm talking about Juju Watkins. Her real name is Judea, just for those who may have not known. But it's really
I think people still don't
though.
know that either.
No, they don't. They probably don't, honestly, and I'm not surprised, honestly. But it's really interesting when you look at USC, especially with their first year in the Big Ten and going out on the East Coast. I mean, traveling from coast to coast is not easy in itself. I think I saw something they showed something during the Rutgers game that they traveled like, I can't remember exactly how many miles, but I know it was like at least like 500 plus, which is just insane. And now they're going from Rutgers, and now they're playing Maryland tomorrow, which, I mean, we're definitely going to cover that game. But it's going to be real interesting to see how this team can continue to figure things out, honestly, especially as they're going from coast to coast. Another player that I got to highlight too is Kennedy Smith. If you didn't watch that game against Rutgers, she had 19 points.
Yes.
We talked about how Kennedy was, or how much the team had missed her, when she did miss time. And now that she's back, especially when she came back in that UConn game, she shows how valuable of a player she is, not only on the offensive end, but on both ends of the floor as well. And then you see UCLA dominating the Big Ten as well. It's so funny to see the two Pac-12 teams come over to the Big Ten and just be the top 2 contenders. Is very funny. But overall, conference play has always been like,
it is funny.
Yeah. I'll pass it over to
I love conference play because go ahead, Lo.
Honestly, everything Nick said is what I was gonna say. The most interesting game to me was Notre Dame and North Carolina. And I must admit, I wasn't familiar with North Carolina's play because I don't watch them, to be honest. So I was impressed that they were able to keep it close, and they had their runs and made Notre Dame be competitive the whole 40 minutes. And so it was a great game. It was great to see Maddie Westbell get back out there. Of course, not like she did a ton, but just having her out there, you can tell that they're going to be very good. And like I said, I mean, all y'all that were in my comments talking about they're not a contender when they dropped those first 2 or those 2 in the beginning of the year. Like, yeah. This team is the real deal. If they can stay healthy, they will be in the Final Four. I don't see them losing to anyone, unless Hannah and Olivia go rogue. But I think Olivia has played herself into the number 2 spot if she decides to declare to go to the draft. She's the second best
Hannah
option
or
in the
Olivia?
country right now. Huh?
Did you say Hannah or did you say Olivia?
Olivia.
In the draft.
Oh, I thought you said Hannah. Okay, go ahead.
She's played herself, in my opinion. Before the season started, everyone was talking about Kiki going number 2. And I'm not saying that Kiki's having a bad year. From the eye test, it does not look good, but she's still averaging close to a double-double. Her numbers aren't that far off from last year. So when you look at it like that, from that standpoint, cool. But like Olivia has just shown that she can do it all. Like she's improved her 3-point shooting. She was shooting 20-something% before she got injured from long distance. Now she's shooting over 40% from long distance. I mean, she's confidently stepping back and pulling that thing, like, and making it. So she's going to be a great pro. I think this is like her baseline, like the beginning of where we see her. And I think that she'll have an even better pro career. I'm trying to think, like, that was really the game that stood out most to me. I think even though we watched the Texas Oklahoma game. When I went back and watched some of it, the end of it was very competitive. That was one of the better games this week as well, especially considering Madison Booker was in foul trouble majority of the game. It's no way that Texas should have won that game. Oklahoma shit the bed.
Definitely did.
Yeah, they had
almost did it again.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to win, but I do like the Oklahoma team. They're better than I thought they were. I also like Nebraska too. Nebraska plays hard. I don't think they're going to win anything, but they play hard. I like their team. They're gritty. They play hard. They let that thing fly for sure.
I think they were in the Big Ten championship last year. I think when they faced Iowa.
I think so. Yeah, but they had
you might be right about that.
It was somebody that was. I think she was a senior.
You might be right about that. I think you might be right about that, nigga.
I gotta mention this one game real quick because I'm still mad about it. Oklahoma, Tennessee, 10 seconds left. Ending. They shoot a 3 with like 8 seconds remaining. Oh my god, I almost lost. I lost my shit. I'm sorry, I lost it. I was texting.
Granted, she was wide open, but she was wide open for a reason.
Nah, man, you gotta find a better shot.
Wide open.
No shot clock. Come on, man. And they're down 1. They don't have to go for 3.
Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about hoops now. Like people just going for 3s all the time. But my thing is, like, I didn't like her taking that shot. But my problem was that she hesitated. It wasn't hesitate, just pass the rock because you don't want to shoot this shit. You're not even shooting it with confidence, and you saw how she missed. But shit, they probably shouldn't even been in that situation. That's another reason why I like Tennessee because they can't. I don't know how they can't score. Like they have trouble scoring, but they turn people over so much and so easy.
That's why people are saying.
I'm sorry.
That's why people are asking: is this substitution thing gonna work the way that they're playing? Like, is this style of play gonna work long term? You know how they do the hockey substitution, just getting bodies in and out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be like that the whole court. Like, yo, they forced a 16 backcourt violation. Like, that's crazy to force these people, force 16 of them. You can't cross half court in 10 seconds. That's crazy, but that shit still take a lot out of you. So you have to go 5-and-5 like the hockey substitutions. I mean, that's into the game. They force like 26 turnovers, 30 turnovers. That's crazy to see. Every time I watch them, they forcing teams to turn the ball over. Like, I don't know are they just that aggressive or teams are just damn sloppy. I gotta really pay attention to this shit now because it's kind of interesting to see some shit like that because, like Nick said in the group chat, he don't even know how they can shoot like this. Me either. Like they shoot the most threes and make the most, but when they off. You saw what's happening against Oklahoma. They was getting the doors blown to them. Like, Low changed the game. Like, you went to go watch something else.
Yeah, I literally turned it. But it's just interesting because we're talking about how they struggle to score. But then the crazy part is, like you said, they're leading the nation in most threes made, and they're leading the nation in most points scored. So, number one offense in the nation. So it's interesting that they go on these lapses of times without scoring. But it's working for them, you know.
It definitely is, but it's so tripped out how it work out like that because it's like they never out of a game because always putting this pressure on the other team all the time, all game, and you know you gotta be ready to deal with that shit all game like that. Like you be like, yeah, I can deal with it, but then you in it, you be like, fuck, you not going out, but the person you're guarding and going against is going out, and they bringing a whole fresh ass new lineup in, and your team is not doing that. So we're gonna see how they can last going through conference play, then going into conference tournament, then March. But We're gonna see if they can last. I don't know if they can last or not, but they have caught my eye. They definitely have the beginning of the season
they
so
definitely
far.
put Tennessee back on the map. No, prior to Rakia, nobody was really talking about them.
No, they weren't. They definitely weren't. They went from unranked to what they are. What they like 16, 15 right now. That's crazy. They did some movement. They had some good wins too. So we'll see. That's who I really been. There's a lot of games in college, man. I don't even know who else I watched. Who's been impressive? Well, I watched UCLA tonight. But they was playing Purdue. You know how that went.
They're dominating.
She is.
No, she is. And I saw Asia. Asia said something about Lauren Bell. No, they're not.
But you know why? Because of UCLA? I blame some of it on UCLA. I blame some of it on the coach. I blame some of it on the other players because they don't feed her the ball still. Like, even though she's that dominant, she can at least minimum get 5 to 6 more touches a game, period. Like, she's that dominant on both ends of the floor. You got to get her more touches. Like, you just got to get her more touches, period.
You definitely
that was the biggest issue when they played LSU in the tournament.
You said what?
I was saying, like, that was the biggest issue whenever they faced LSU in the tournament. They couldn't feed her the ball.
They cannot get her to rock. You right.
And they're not really going to be tested. Man, they got Northwestern, Penn State, Baylor.
They got USC a few times.
Yeah, they're going to get tested till next month, really. This month, they got Maryland at the end of this month, but they scheduled for January is really like a cupcake. Northwestern, they should beat the shit out of them. Penn State, they should beat the shit out of them. Baylor, they should win that game. They should beat the shit out of the Rutgers. They definitely should beat the shit out of the Rutgers. It is funny, Nick, like you said, like UCLA and USC came to the Big Ten, and now they just on top of the Big Ten. Yo, that shit crazy. I mean, kind of like that in football too. With like Oregon and shit coming over there, but. I'm interested.
Aside from that, though, the Big Ten is still a pretty good conference if you ask me. Even aside from USC and UCLA, you still got Ohio State, who's very respected. Low at Nebraska,
Michigan
team. They got Lucy Olsen out there. I know that she's not Caitlin Clark, but she's a really valuable scorer. So Big Ten is still good. I know it's not as dominant as other.
Big Time is. It's still like if you go, you got UCLA, Maryland, USC, Ohio State, Minnesota. I ain't watched them at all this year. Michigan State, Washington, Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska, Oregon, Michigan. I'm interested to see now how many teams is going to make it to the tournament out of the Big Ten. That's a lot of teams.
The most are going to come out the Big Ten and the SEC.
You said the most is going to come out of ACC and Big Ten.
The Big Ten and the SEC.
Oh.
How many coming out of the SEC?
I might agree with you on that.
SC, Tennessee.
I might agree with Joe. I'm gonna go to there right now. While y'all think of that, because I just wrote off a lot of teams over there.
LSU, right? They're in SEC.
Yeah, LSU, Alabama.
Alabama be there. I thought Auburn would be better. They haven't really been that good.
I know Nick hate Ole Miss. You got Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Florida, Mississippi State. They 13-3, but
Oklahoma make it.
They 0-2 in conference play. So it's gonna be, man. I don't know. These some. That's the one thing about bringing other teams to these conferences. It's so stacked now.
Yeah,
half the damn tournament gonna be from three conferences. If you know what I'm saying, I don't know how they're gonna do this shit, but.
When I looked like 2 weeks ago, it was, I think, 8 or 9 teams in the top ranked 25 were from the SEC, and then 8 or 9 teams from the top 25 were from Big Ten. You can tell that they're dominant. They're dominating women's basketball right now.
I know it's going to even out a little bit because of conference play, but I still feel like it's still going to be a lot of those teams making it to the tournament list. They just fall off for a crazy ass injury or something like that. But anything else on conference play starting? Anything else y'all want to tap into? Did y'all watch any players that y'all saw from conference play? I don't think I've seen nobody like that. I mean, I see Q in the chat said Olivia got a tray ball now. She didn't have a tray ball like this before?
I told you it improved. She was shooting 20-something% before she got injured, and now she's shooting 40-something%. So it's
Yeah, that's
significant.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can tell. Always,
I
always.
looked at her as a good shooter, though.
Huh?
I was saying I always looked at her as a good shooter, though. I mean, that's interesting that she only shot like around 20% before she came back.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the main knock on her game. People said she couldn't shoot the long ball, so you can tell that when she was injured, she got in the gym and actually worked on it. I also wanted to
seeing
shout out,
players do that shit, especially these young players.
Yeah, I wanted to shout out. Who do I want to shout out? Siler Swartz. I've talked about her before from Michigan. The freshman. She's a true freshman from Michigan, and she just been hooping. Like she's just like a hooper. She can flat out score the basketball. When she has played against the two number one teams, when she played against South Carolina, she had 27, 12 rebounds and 2 assists. And then when she played recently against UCLA, she had 30 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists. Like she's been flat out hooping. And bro, she's just nice. Like she can literally do it all. And so I just wanted to shout her out because we don't really talk about Michigan too much because not a ton going on out there.
We don't.
But I definitely have seen her, and I definitely have watched Michigan games solely to watch her.
No, she's nice.
Yeah, I see that now. They play Ohio State tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to check that out before the.
They might sneak out.
I should check that out before the USC. Man, I'm gonna have to lock in on that one. I'm definitely because
it's a ton of games on tomorrow.
It is. It is kind of like it is with men's college hoops. Just so much shit on right now. Man, that's how it was Sunday. Sunday was like it was so many sports on Sunday. I don't know how people was watching. I was like an overload. It was so much shit going on between college. It was. Oh my God! Everywhere I looked it was football. It was women's college hoops. It was men's college. It was NBA going on. It was all type of hockey. If you watch hockey, it was all type of shit. It was just too much. But I love shit like that. But anything else before we move on to Unrivaled? Y'all got anything?
Nope.
No.
Yo.
Sunday was definitely a sports overload. Definitely a sports overload. Like without question, Wiley. Without question. On the Unrivaled. Speaking of Unrivaled, we will be live on playback on the 17th for both games for opening night. There's one game at 7 and the next game at 8:15. That's I think that's Eastern. I'm gonna check that back. But we will be live for that for both games. So come through for that. It's Eastern. Come through for that. That's gonna be fun. But let's see. Media Day was today. Low summoned me to be to be on the Zoom calls. It was really interesting. I only was in on the roses and is it just the rose or roses? And I forget who else I saw today. Jackie Young's team. I forget what team.
I think it's just Rose.
Yeah, just Rose.
I think is it just Rose? Okay, I don't want to mess it up. It's just Rose. But that was really it was a cool press conference. The press conference went through. The one thing that stood out to me is Kai said they asked her about how does she feel about this going like compared to the W? And she basically said like this asking her about the WNBA CBA negotiations. She said, I think it put pressure for sure. It's been amazing and they're able to put certain things we deserve and things we pushing for. I'm glad she said shit like that. And this is what we've been talking about because they talked about shit like the women have daycare, they got child facilities for women, they got spas. And you know, like coming back from like when they had like the bubble for women, that shit was awful. Like they had the workout rooms and just listen to Kai talk about what's going on there. Kathy, come to the front. You are going to be on alert. Because just the way they talking about, like they love it down there. Like Andrew was saying, like the plan is like we don't want to have to go overseas. You know what I'm saying? She said it's going to keep, and they got equity in this shit. Like all players get equity. That's a huge thing. Like players hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? But just the fact that these are women, they should deserve to get paid for it, and they have babies. So guess what? If mamas had their kids with them, you know what I'm saying? Like if they want to have their kids down there with them, let them have. Why not have a facilities, all that, and then seeing all the sponsorship they're getting, all the women's sponsorship that they have, that they should have been having. But it was a good time. I didn't get. It was some people trying to ask questions. I didn't get to ask no questions, but it was fun. It was enlightening on what they talked about. I see.
I didn't even know about the spa and stuff.
Angel, real quick. Yeah, the spa, like what he said, the spa, the child daycare, the facilities, that was a big thing because like you need that. Like, why not? You know, they're women. They have the children. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. And then since everything's gonna be in Miami, if their family gonna be down there, give it to them. But something else that stood out to me. Oh, Angel made a light joke about, they asked her what she'd been learning from Ka, and she made a light joke saying like, get her back to Chicago type shit. She said that shit in there. So I think that was I think that's funny. I think that's hilarious actually, but I would love to have Ka back here. But I will say, like, at first I really didn't want Angel at this, but it looked like she will be learning from true vets. And that's the one thing I do love. She talked about that, learning from vets, and I really she really didn't have that last year playing with this guy. So that was interesting seeing her talk about that.
I was saying, who was her vet
about she talked about Ka. She talked about who else on her team as the vet?
I'm talking about like on Chicago her rookie year.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Her?
Elizabeth Williams.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was so I think hopefully this is gonna work out for her. Like, it's gonna help, like, seeing other players get ready for games, you know. So it's gonna I'm interested to see how she's gonna take this going into the W season. But that's all I got about that. But it was fun, it was interesting. So we got another media day on Thursday. So I don't know who's gonna do that.
I'll go.
But I'm actually excited about Unrivaled now. Like, me and Nick talked about this. Like, at first it was like, I don't give a shit about this news. It's been going on so long, you know what I'm saying? But now you're seeing all the media stuff, the hype videos, you know what I'm saying? Like the TikToks. I'm getting hyped up now. But how about you, Lo?
They're treating the women right down in the yayo, man. They're treating the women right. Kathy, you're on the clock, baby. You're on the clock. The jig is up. You're on the clock. Unrivaled has been able to do something that you have not been able to do for the length of amount of time that you've been the commissioner. They're able to pay the women more. They're able to get the games on nationally televised TV. Every single game is on television.
TNT.
Where we don't have to go from an app. We don't have to go, on Amazon Prime. We don't have to go to all these different things. We don't have to go to Ion. We don't have to go to all these different stations to watch a damn basketball game. You're on the clock, Kathy. You're on the clock. But I love it. I like that these women are being treated like the professional athletes they are. I like that, Fee and Stewie are rolling out the red carpet for these women, and it seems like they're doing it right. Now, I will be the first to say that I hated the clues. I thought it was stupid. Initially in the beginning, I thought it was cool, but it took 3 to 4 to 5, 6 months to get them all out. Too long, lost interest in it within the first month. So I was hesitant after that, like, I don't really know how this is going to roll out, but so far it's been great. I think I read something that said once they do the one-on-one format, I guess is the best word to say. Once they do the one-on-one format, that winner gets $250,000 on top of the salary that they're already making. So these women have an opportunity to make a lot of money. The average salary is $225,000, which is just from playing for 8 weeks. Yep, $225,000 the average salary, whereas the highest paid salary in the WNBA right now is Jackie Young, and she's making $252,000. So essentially, they're playing less games and making more money, and they don't have to travel. You know what I'm saying? So, Kathy, again,
Kathy getting ass whooped.
Your clock is ticking, Buki. It's ticking. That's what I got. But I'm excited for the women. I'm
Like,
excited.
and they definitely wasn't.
I'm excited to see them play.
I definitely am. Especially like having two games a night. Like they start Friday, then that Saturday is day games, and then they go back on Monday. So, but I like seeing the 2 games. I'm really excited to see this 3-on-3 full court, even though it's condensed. I don't have the measurements here. I was looking for that, but
70 feet.
But even though it's condensed,
70 feet by 50 feet.
There you go. So it's like even like Lexi Hall, they asked her about the 3-on-3. She was like, basically, you gotta want to, be about defense and protecting your yard. I like hearing her say shit like that because this is basically what you was talking about. We all was talking about when they was releasing players like, yo, this person don't even play defense. I don't know how they're even going to deal with a 3-on-3. So it's like, it's gonna be. I'm glad to see this. It's gonna be fun to see like players like Andrews, and just because you're gonna be on the island, so we're really gonna see how this is gonna be on the fast breaks. I'm just excited to see more hoops at this point. You know what I'm saying? So Nick, go ahead. What you got to say, Nick? I know you. I feel like you excited now.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I've just been thinking like, dang, like they got warm weather down there. They got spa and stuff like that. They being taken care of down there. It might get to the point they ain't trying to go back to the W.
In Miami,
I was there like they
bro.
down.
And that's the.
No, go ahead.
My fault. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
I wasn't saying nothing.
I think you're delayed.
Yeah, your audio delayed a little bit.
Yeah, but basically what I was saying is I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they got the they just announced the announcers. Now they got like Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, a couple other people as well. That are doing the announcing, I think, like in the studio, then of course play by play and then color commentary. It's dope, man. I love to see how everything's starting to finally come. It's like we said, I mean, it took 5-6 months to even figure out like how many players or like all the players that we're actually going to play. So I think now that we've seen all the content that we've seen with the videos, players behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to see some practice action too. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully somebody can start releasing some of that footage, but I'm really excited.
Oh, you ain't seen?
I ain't seen none of
it.
It.
Off the screen. Yes, it was Skylar. Skylar made somebody fall off of like a screen, like she did like a little snatchback. Yes, bro.
And Kai took one of the guys to the basket, and he talking about where to help. Y'all playing 1-on-1. Like, what you mean where to help?
We're talking about some damn where to help. I was trying to find the Unrivaled. It was some more like it was funny.
Yeah,
Here we go.
They got them all throughout their Instagrams and stuff like that, Nick.
Yeah, you do. Sideline reporters is going to be Stephanie Reddy, Allie LaForce, Taylor Rooks, and I always fuck up her last name. Roz Gold.
Roz
I don't know how to say her last name.
Shout out to
there
the
you
homie.
go. Oh, she did. Oh yeah, you did. I think you did. To the studio coverage team is Candace, Renee Montgomery, and Lauren Barra. I hope I'm saying that right. And I don't know who that is. And the play-by-play announcer is Brandon Galatian. I think he's from the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah,
Lisa Leslie and Sarah Kostock. I should have looked at these names again before I said it.
I'm happy that my girl Lisa is getting a shot.
Yes. I love it. I love to see her. I'm not shocked about Candace because she already worked at Turner. So I'm not really even shocked about that. I think that should have been a slam dunk. If she wasn't there, it'd have been a problem.
That means when I go to the Yayo, I gotta meet the GOAT, bro. I gotta meet the GOAT. Now I really gotta go to the Yayo because I gotta meet the GOAT, bro. I gotta meet the GOAT.
Yeah, especially with her, like that's gonna be fun. She went to DePaul. I had no idea she went to DePaul, so shout out to her. But shout out to Brendan. Shout out for Brendan being the only man. I don't know how he pulled that shit off, but shout out to him being the only man up on the staff. But yeah, I'm just excited for Unrivaled to get this shit started. I was looking at some of the gear today. I'm just pumped up. I see this shit gonna end in March. So it's gonna be some fun action. I don't have anything else about Unrivaled, but I'm just
liking so far.
I like that team, but I actually like the same Angel one.
I like
consider
Vinyl.
Rose.
You like who?
I like Vinyl. I don't know. I mean, Aaliyah Boston on the team. Who else?
Aaliyah,
Enrique,
Ryan Howard,
De'Erica. That'd be something solid.
Oh yeah, that's Teaspoon's team too. They are solid. Who your favorite team, Lo, so far?
I'm going with what team Angel on?
Rose.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Yeah,
because they have the point guard, of course. I'm never going against her.
Yep.
They have Kyle who can play both ends of the floor. They have Angel who honestly they don't even really need her to score. They just need her to defend and protect the paint.
Defend and rebound.
Yep. They have Brittany Sykes too, right?
No.
That's
Yeah, they got. Oh wait, hang on. Do they? Yeah, they do. Yeah, Taylor Banner. Yeah, they do.
Okay, Brittany Sykes can score and she can play defense. I think they got the best defensive team.
They might have the best all.
They might. No, for real. Deshelle, you say the Miss? Let's see. I gotta look at their team again.
That's who. That's
Stewie. Oh, I've seen a lot of people say that. Yeah, Stewie, Aaliyah, Rakia, Jewel, Sloot, Dejanay.
Sloot getting cooked.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, she gonna be a trap.
You said that before.
She's definitely not
y'all see
a
that she's talking about free agency and I thought she was gonna retire. She's talking about she's taking her talents to free agency.
She probably got
Sloot
She probably got some confidence now since I mean she's coming off that chip, so I don't know.
Yeah, you know how that is. She going down there. She knows she's not gonna probably be starting. Phil Handy's the coach of that team, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm going with Rose. I'm going Rose, and I like Miss second, I think.
Yeah, I think Rose got a combination of everything.
That's the thing. Like they got everything.
They do.
I didn't even think
about
that.
What's squad again? Let's see.
But you gotta have people that can go play 1-on-1 and get a bucket. What team did Alicia Gray play for again?
I think the Lunar Owls.
Because she has experience. Well, I guess Stephanie Dolson does too. We're playing, 3-on-3 Ryan Howard since they all won.
And that's suck. Lunar Owls, they lose a player. So are they gonna replace Brink or
I have no clue.
What they that because you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna have 5 players because she not playing.
Hold on, but is that why? Hold on, what team is Sabrina on? I thought she came to replace somebody.
I forgot about that. Yeah, where is she on? Is she on Phantom? I don't know. Yeah. She's
I forgot. So damn, I don't know then.
Sabrina's on Phantom.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
So she on Phantom with BG, right? BG on Phantom, right?
BG on Phantom, Natasha Cloud, Katie Lou, Satu, and Marina.
That team not gonna be. I mean, the only team that's worrying me about that. I mean, the only thing that's worrying me about that team is the defense outside of BG. I mean, you got Natasha too, but BG
defense being played Marina.
Dang, so Lunar just got 5 people.
No, Lunar Owl just have 5 players. Yo. I didn't understand the Brink one anyway in the first place. So she was already out anyway. So it's
just marketing.
You just gave them. Yeah, that's all it is. Definitely is too.
It's just marketing dollars. Like they're using her for like publicity, marketing, all that. Not using her because she gets some profit from it too, since they all own a piece of the league.
Yeah, no, I got what you were saying. I got what you were saying. I know you wasn't. Marketing and AJ saying no.
I wonder how much they offer Asia though. Because they offered her something. Yeah. But Asia on her boyfriend tour. So
she ain't left Miami since the offseason began, bro.
And guess what? I don't blame her. Your man is rich and you rich.
I don't blame
Your man is rich and you rich. Have at it.
Yeah. I was excited. I saw Asia at the Miami, North Carolina. I was like, oh hell yeah, Asia at one of the college games. And I saw it was Miami. I was like, oh, what a coincidence.
Right. Like, yeah.
Makes sense.
Asia, look,
if they're like in a close city, she be going there too.
Look, she signed that shoe deal. She said, I don't need y'all little chump change.
Honestly, yeah.
They offered. I didn't know what was the deal. I didn't offer Sabrina. I don't even know what they offered her.
Yeah, how you know that, Daisha?
That is true. I don't know how you know that.
Like, come on, man. What?
They offer Asia to deal Sabrina.
I need to know. You got to answer this now. We need.
She got some inside scoop we don't know.
I don't know
about.
what. I didn't know.
People know the deals that other
so
people
they giving players.
So they not all making
players again. What you say? 225.
Well, yeah, they're all not making the same. They're not all making the same. The top player is gonna make 500,000.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I remember when I was at All Star Weekend. At least when I was at All Star Weekend, that's what they said. They said that the top player, the highest paid person, would get $500,000. But when I looked at it, it said the average player, like on average, they're going to be making $225,000.
Okay. Now I really want to know what they offered.
If Asia would have played, she would have gotten 500,000. So the 500,000 probably gonna go to like
how much more?
Stewie.
It has to go to Stewie. It definitely has to go to Stewie for sure. It definitely does.
Stewie,
man, anything else on this on Unrivaled?
So that contradicts it.
So that contradicts what they have.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't think they should have ever came out and said that they have the top 30 best players playing in the league. Because if you don't have Asia's the best player in the world, if she's not playing in that said league, then it's not the best 30 players.
Did we assume that it was the top 30 players, or did they actually say that?
I think that's how they promoted it.
That's how they promoted it.
Oh, okay. They did, yeah.
So that's why people were complaining, saying it's like a popularity thing.
Yeah, because especially with like Kate Martin in there. That's what that was. No, they said, yeah, okay. I had no idea about that. Okay.
Bro,
they shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you can't. You're right, Lo. Once you say that, people are not gonna try to hear shit no more, man. Like you leave yourself up in a big way, and then you start naming the players that you were naming. That don't make no sense for a lot of people. People not gonna hear understand that when you got Sloot in there, Kate Marr. Who else? Who ain't the top 30 player that's in this shit? Like it's some more people we probably can pick about that's not in here. Probably should, but like you said, it can't be top 30 of Asia not in there.
I mean, is Katie Lou a top 30? I'm trying to think who else is in there. I wouldn't think Sloot is top 30 right now. Has she been top 30? Yeah, maybe, but not now.
Yeah, not like this season.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not top 30.
It's not. It's definitely not top 30.
I mean, once they
gonna watch anyway. I can't wait.
I mean, we already knew that was out the window.
We knew.
You
said it. That's right. That's right. You was getting. They was killing you on it on Twitter saying Kate Martin was not the.
I forgot about that tweet. Yeah, I muted. When I mute tweets, I forget about that child. They was. I just asked if she do well at basketball. Like, who do y'all think she is? Like, y'all acting like she is Caitlyn. Like, y'all acting like the roles were reversed or something. Like, yeah. People were acting kind of crazy.
No,
and they were acting like I called her trash. I never said she was trash. I was asking, who do y'all think she is? Because clearly
you never said that. Yeah, you never said it was trash at all. Whatsoever. Shit. Y'all want to jump into this coaching situation with Don and Rutgers coach? It's a lot of this shit. Just I think it's something Nick said. Nick said, you know what? I see why Dawn be sitting her ass down for Malaysia, because she takes some terrible shots. She can score, but Do y'all think Dawn is really holding her back?
Go ahead, Nick.
Oh dang, I didn't want to go first, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to see, honestly. I mean, it's hard to tell because I think Lay plays great. I mean, I've already been saying like she's by far one of the best scorers on the team, if not the best scorer. I mean, I'll be real. I mean, South Carolina's best two scorers are off the bench. It's Tessa Johnson and it's Malaysia Wiley. But I just feel like, because I see so many people saying, "Oh, she needs to transfer. She needs to transfer," but it's like she could easily transfer. She could definitely. She definitely has the talent to be the best player on any other team. But it's like, was she able to have that impact as far as helping win titles and everything? Like, I think Lay is honestly in the best situation. It's going to help her not only as an individual player but as a team player as well, playing for Dawn. And I mean, it's like I said, even before with y'all. I mean, like she's a really great player, but there are some times where she does make some very questionable decisions, and it's like I understand why Dawn snatches her out of the game. I mean, it's unfortunate, especially when they're playing it. Like even last year, she sat out against Duke. This year, she sat out. She sat out against UCLA. I mean, those are two top contending teams, especially against UCLA, who was one of the top two teams in the country. So you would need a player like Malaysia Wiley like that, or for a type of game like that. But at the end of the day, it's what Dawn think is best, honestly. And I mean, I think that she's trying to teach a bigger lesson in this whole situation too. So I mean, Lay is good on us. I mean, she's a sophomore. She's only in year 2. She has a couple more years to continue to expand her game, honestly. And who knows? She'll probably get a bigger role by next year as a junior. Who knows? She might be starting next year. Who knows? So I just think people need to pump the brakes when it comes to this whole Malaysia situation with Dawn. I think she's in a good situation. Like, who else would you want to play for other than Dawn Staley? Like the Dawn Staley, honestly. Like who 3-time national champion. Like I feel like Malaysia's in a good situation, honestly.
No, I mean I agree. I think
well.
NIL has changed the culture of everything. Like people don't play the minutes they want to play, and it's I'm about to hop into the transfer portal, and it's like no, stick it out, bro. Like the thing is, we bitch and we complain about coaching all day. You hear me on this podcast talk about Lindsay Gottlieb every single episode, but Dawn is actually being a coach and doing what a coach should do, and now y'all bitching about that too. Like, this is what coaches do. You're not playing the game like you're supposed to be playing. You're not respecting the game. Like, I think it should be respected. Come take a seat next to me. I see no problem with it. Yes, she's talented, but it's gaps in her game. Like, sometimes she wants to play defense and sometimes she doesn't want to play defense. Okay, well, let me help you remember how to play defense. Come sit on the bench so you can see the other 5 people out here playing defense. Come sit next to me. Because come on, Dawn is a competitor, bro. We're talking about someone that is an Olympic champion. You think she wants to lose? You think when she sat Malaysia out last year, she wanted to? Like, you think she wanted to risk possibly losing? No. Like, but I have to teach you a lesson because at the end of the day, coaches like Dawn, coaches like Coach Washington at Rutgers, these women are trying to prepare these young ladies for life. They're trying to prepare them for the real world. It's beyond basketball, and I think people don't understand that. Like, these are life lessons. I'm gonna go on to the freshman from Rutgers, what's her name? Kiyomi. Like, you had allegedly you had an altercation in the locker room and you thought she was about to play, sister. Like, where's the accountability? Like, where's the accountability? Like, that's my issue. Kids these days are so used to not being held accountable.
And then went to Instagram.
Right. Kids these days are so, before she even went, before I even knew it was like an altercation in the locker room, when she went to Instagram, the first thing I thought was, you know what? Let me step back and not put too much blame on her because she's 17, 18 years old. Like, this is childish shit. Like, that's what it was. It was childish shit, right? So then when she kept doubling down and kept talking and I'm like, bro, whatever she did, the coach is warranted for punishing her the way she did. Because again, these coaches are competitive as well. They want to win. You think that she really wanted to sit her out against USC knowing the whole world is watching Juju? Come on now. Like, no, of course she didn't. But you got to stand on all 10. Look, you got to stand on all 10 and do what you need to do, because guess what? If you let her walk over you this time, what's going to happen the next time? She's going to do it again. Kids are going to push the envelope as far as you allow them to push it. Okay, so I respect her for sitting
every time.
I respect her for sitting her. And if she wants to roll out, guess what? You ended up at Rutgers because people said you had an attitude problem. Who going to take you? And if they do, why is it not going to happen at the next situation? Like at a certain point in time, we all got to look in the mirror and just work on ourselves, bro. Like everyone else is not always the issue. Like I understand people are gifted at basketball, but basketball is a team sport. One person can't play 1 through 5 and go out there and win the whole thing.
Facts, Nathan.
I agree. Also, those Nathan say also parents have to stop enabling the behavior, and I agree because her dad tweeted something like, "We're not transferring. Where are you playing? You out there hooping with her?" Like, and I understand you probably you put time, money, effort into it, but this is her hoops career. Yours ended probably 20, 30 years ago, buddy. Like, you can't be pumping your child's head up and making her disrespect your coach. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Even if it doesn't work out at Rutgers, wherever you go, it's going to be the same dichotomy where it's a coach and you are the athlete. Like, that's what it is.
And the thing is, I'm sure this wasn't like you said, that's why she ended up at Rutgers, but it's like, and the fact that you had something happen in the locker room and then you went to Instagram, that lets me further know, goes back to Nathan's point, is the parents, if you're talking to your parents and let them know what shit is when you, like, this is your parent when I'm not there, you're not going to do that. You're not going to go straight to Instagram and start acting crazy. Like, if you are challenged by your parents or talked to by your parents and you want to listen and grow, you're not going to think it's the coach problem all the time. You're going to Instagram. You know, and I agree with everything y'all was saying. Like, it's out of control, transfer portals. As soon as the coach make you mad, you want to leave. Like, it just don't work like that in the real world. Like, once you go to the league, you can not like your coach all you want. We can request a trade all you want. You're not going to get it all the time. So it's like, so what now?
Yeah.
I said, look at Jimmy Butler over in Miami.
Oh, so it's like, oh my God. Yeah, that's another. So it's like, and I think everybody in sports, especially women's sports, should look at Haley leaving Louisville, going to LSU. Like, she fell off the map. You know what I'm saying? So she had to go back to a third team to get it back going. So it's like, you just can't. I really want to know what the situation was in the locker room. I didn't even know it started off in the locker room. I just saw the Instagram post.
I guess they just said an altercation. But I also wanted to just add this last caveat about Dawn. I think people don't realize Dawn is coaching these players to go to the WNBA or go play overseas. Like, she's coaching them to be professional athletes. And so I think people get lost in translation. Other coaches that maybe not have the same talent, they're just coaching to solely win a national championship. Yes, that's her plan. Her ultimate plan is to win a national championship. But a handful of these women on her team are going to go on to the next level and play in the WNBA. She's preparing them now. You know, it doesn't just happen. It's not like, oh, I just become a WNBA player overnight. No, I'm embedding these habits in you right now so that you already operate like you're a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? And I think people get that misconstrued. And listen, if I don't think Fo Wiley is going to transfer, but if she does, I mean, it's really just not going to be a good look in my opinion, because Dawn has receipts on how she's made people be ready for the WNBA, period. And so, I mean, who's better? Who else going to coach you?
Are you talking about Kiyomi, Nathan?
No, that is.
Yeah, he's talking about.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Rutgers played Maryland like last week or 2 weeks ago.
30 to 50 people.
Oh,
dang,
man. So
she got motion like that. Okay, then. Hey.
No, they said
that's how it is though.
They said a lot of teams didn't want to, extend the offer to her because of her attitude.
And go back to what Nathan said. That's all about parenting. Like, your child is now like your kid food or talking a certain way. It's like, damn, what the parents doing? Like, why is she allowed to? You know what I'm saying? Then, like you said, Lo, the dad talking about we. This ain't what you mean. We. Like, come on, man. So it's just. I hate seeing the situations, and I hate seeing people coming at both of these coaches. People who ain't ever coaching is more than just coaching, man. You are another parent. Yep. You are teaching life skills to these people, these young men and women that y'all coaching.
That's the thing, like, these people's mamas coming in here complaining and shit like that. Like, yo, like, let the coach, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your child is a D1 athlete. Your child is 18 years old or maybe 17, who knows? But let the coach, man. Like Don has a history of coaching great players. Asia Wilson, Aaliyah Boston, Camila Cardoso. You know, the list goes on and on and on. There's a reason why Malaysia for Wiley had decided. And on top of that, like for people like that, like do you think that Don would just purposely go recruit Malaysia just to bench her? Like, come on, man.
Right. Come on now. It doesn't.
I mean, but what other team in the country is going? Like, what other team in the country is she going to be doing more for or better at? Like, and have a better opportunity to go to the WNBA? Which team? Please tell me. Because no one can ever answer that question. Like, oh, she needs a transfer. Transfer where?
They don't.
People will say like she could be in the conversation with Juju and Hannah and Paige.
She can't because she's not that good defensively. She's not that good defensively. Next,
exactly.
I mean, she's great offensively, and I'm not saying her defense is bad because it has gotten better than when her freshman year. Like when she first, it's definitely improved. But you're talking about elite defenders. You're talking about, elite defenders. She's not in that. She's not in that conversation. If we're talking about offensively, absolutely, like, you can score with the best of them. But when we're talking about well-rounded, because we're also talking about when you put people in the category as Juju and Hannah, you're talking about playing both sides of the ball. You're talking about being able to score through contact, which Malaysia can do as well. You're talking about basketball IQ, and I think that's the biggest thing that is lacking for her right now. Like she still has to catch up on her basketball IQ a little bit on that, and that's with time, right? Like that comes with time. I'm not concerned about that, but I think that's the biggest thing. And I would get on Hannah all the time last year about her basketball IQ is lacking. Like she was doing freshman shit, and you can see the improvement. You can still see sometimes it lacks. Like she's always trying to run and gun when it's like, okay, slow the ball down, call a play. So she has moments as well, and of course, Juju has moments shooting god awful shots at times. But for the most part, their basketball IQ is pretty solid. I think Fo Wiley needs, just a little bit more time and experience on the floor before hers improves a little bit more.
Every great player needs a great coach.
I'm with you.
So what do they want? They must want her to start over Raven. Is that what people are asking for?
She's not the point guard Raven is. I know Raven has her offensive struggles at times, but she's not the point guard that Raven is, respected.
And I agree. What Raven does works for South Carolina. She does exactly what they need for her to do. Play defense, get the offense organized. Like she is the right point guard for them. Because the thing is, you start for Wiley, the offense won't be organized. The point of attack defense is going to decrease. Like it's going to be easier pressure to get to the paint. And now with Ashlyn gone for the year, like they're already light in the center department. So.
Oh yeah, she did. Godspeed to your recovery. That's
huge loss for them. Huge loss for South Carolina.
Huge loss, and they got a crazy schedule coming up.
Real quick, South Carolina fans in the chat, how y'all feeling? Y'all still going to win the national championship? How y'all feeling? How the vibe?
That's a big loss.
Alicia, where you at?
That is a big loss. I definitely want to know how South Carolina fans.
Do you think it's a big enough? What do y'all think? On first reaction, did you say like, "Damn, now they're not winning this year," or
because we already talked about how her absence was missed, even when she was dealing with the case at the beginning of the year, and then once she came back, we saw like how big of a difference it was. So now her missing the rest of the year. I mean, they've already been having front court issues, especially in the interior, and that's honestly.
It's gonna be tough. Like I didn't go from saying they're not gonna win. It's South Carolina. It's like until they're not in the Final Four, it's gonna be hard not to pick them. But that is gonna be tough, and it's really gonna be. It depends on like they path to Final Four, like who they gonna run into. You know what I'm saying? So they're not dead.
Winning. Keep winning, so you get number one seed, and then you get a better shot at the region.
Absolutely. You don't want to be losing games and you fuck around and be a 2 seed. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. How to deal with some bullshit. I can't see the committee giving them a 3 seed unless they really drop some bad games. I just can't see a Dawn team doing that.
Listen, they got a tough stretch coming up too, though. They play like five teams back to back to back.
No, you're not wrong about that. They definitely got a tough schedule. Like this month is hard for them with conference play. So we're gonna see. it sucks for them. Felicia said she crying. Hey, ACL injuries, because you just never know how long it's gonna take somebody to come back. That's another thing. Like that's like 2 years now, almost. Like it seems like for people to come back take their time, which I understand, but that just sucks that that they lost her.
Real quick, this is South Carolina's schedule. Thursday they play Texas A&M. That should be a win. Then Sunday they play Texas. Thursday they play Alabama. Sunday they play Oklahoma. January 23rd they play LSU, and then they play Tennessee.
Yo, that is a hell of January gonna be hard for them. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a hard schedule. They drop one.
Oh.
I think Texas might have a chance. I'm not saying that
Texas or Oklahoma might beat them.
Texas got a chance, I'll say.
Yeah, they do.
Because Texas does have good size.
Texas does have good size.
Don't Oklahoma got good size too? I'm trying to remember now since we did just watch them.
Beers, yeah.
Yeah, they got good size.
I think Tennessee got size too. That could be
They do. Bless you. You got, LSU gonna be up for that game anyway because it's South Carolina, so they could fuck around and win just off emotion. But I think South Carolina can still hold it down. I think they might just drop one loss. That'd be their second loss of the season. Bless you. It's okay to me. But just hold it down. Yeah, you just can't. I can't see them losing 3 out of those next 5. Like, if they do that, it's gonna be like, oh shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be nothing like. I'm sure it's people on Twitter just going crazy, like they're gonna lose this. Nah, man, it's still South Carolina.
I mean, even if they did, they won't. But let's say they did lose the 3 out of 5. It doesn't mean. I mean, I'm still fine with it. Like, it doesn't change too much for me because that's a tough turnaround for back-to-back games, and you're also trying to now relearn how to play without Ashland. So it's going to take them time to adjust to that as well.
Facts, Felicia.
Felicia said they got LSU. Hey, that's the game we got to do on playback for sure.
We definitely got to do that one.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
we got to invite all the LSU fans we pissed off to the playback.
I'll be real though. I mean, this is going to be a good opportunity for freshman Joyce Edwards to step up. Honestly, I mean,
I was going to say that absolutely.
I mean, SEC is filled with a lot of bigs, so this is going to be a chance for her to really get some experience and really prove herself as a post player. So it'll be fun.
Yep, and you should see her minutes go up as well.
No, it's going to be.
Yep.
Whew. I knew this was a tough stretch, but I didn't realize it was until you said it out loud like that. Like, yo. That's crazy. But hey, if anybody can deal with injury like this, Dawn and her team can. Her staff can figure this shit out to grind some. Hey, I don't care if you win by 1 or 30.
Yep.
Just
a win is a win.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it's a blowout. I don't care if it's about 1. As long as we get that dub, we good. That's all that matters. So I'm sure South Carolina fans will love that. I know it's people on the internet just talking crazy about South Carolina, think they're not gonna do shit now because they lost her. Just get over yourself. I'm not the type of people like to see top teams lose. I like saying that because people be rooting to lose or play teams to lose, and they just keep. I'd be like, y'all just don't stop. That's why people love. I'm sorry, Lo, but people love that the Lakers are what they are right now because growing up.
And they got dogged today by Dallas. Without Kyrie, without Luka, and without what's the kid's name? Daniel Gafford. Don't even give me.
It was trash. I'm sorry. Chloe finna go off.
But Chloe been playing. I mean, Chloe
She has. We're gonna see. I'm not putting him in the dirt because I don't think that's not what I'm saying. Just don't come at me. I don't need another fan base coming at me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that at all. Yeah. We should. What's the date again, Lo, about that game? LSU South Carolina.
That wasn't until January 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna see a lot of us on playback because we got Unrivarled, we got college, we got all this shit going on. So, man, we want to round this out and do our play. Oh yeah, let's do this player of the week. Get up out of here, man. We all tired. What y'all got? Look, what you got for your player of the week?
You know what? I ain't even pick nobody, but I'm just going with I'm gonna go with, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go with who I picked earlier, Silas Swords. I'm gonna go with her. The freshman from Michigan.
Everybody go check out Michigan. Actually, they play tomorrow. Did they play tomorrow?
I was actually very upset
that
she didn't play when they played USC because I think it would be a completely different game. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change it.
Different.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go with Kennedy Smith because she's bike. And like I said on the timeline, Kennedy Smith is the type of player that you want on your team. Like plays both ends of the floor hard. And I know Hannah is an absolute dog on the defensive end, but Kennedy Smith is up there with her. I'm not saying that they're on the same level. But Kennedy is up there. Like she's the best defender on that USC team. And people forget that she the one who gave Juju a couple L's in high school. So Kennedy has been stamped and solid, and her and Juju are going to be a great duo for the next 2.5 years.
And she make threes.
She can do it all.
She will make open shots.
She's a big guard. She's a big
man,
guard.
she don't smile. She just bust your ass. She don't smile. She don't do none of that shit. She just be busting your ass. I think the only time I seen her smile was like on some USC TikTok or some shit. But on the court, she is all business. That's my type of player.
Yeah,
like, I'm just out here to bust your ass. All bust your ass. Y'all ever get a chance to watch Sarah Williams from Wisconsin? Man, I ain't even watched Wisconsin this year yet, so I will check her out.
I've heard the name.
Have
I haven't had a chance to watch. I've heard the name. I know.
I haven't watched Wisconsin. Who you got, Nick, for player of the week?
Nick, listen, Nick be watching so much college hoops. He be sure. I'll just be like, hey, you got it, brother. Thank you for the information. Who you got, Nick?
Actually, I got a high school player. I don't know if y'all been seeing this graphic going around. Her name is Kyra Reynolds. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Hey, Kyra, that was mine too. So I'm gonna go ahead. That was mine as well.
I was okay. She had a quintuple double, 14 points, 18 rebounds, 12 assists, 11 steals, and 10 blocks in a game. I've never seen nothing like that. It's crazy.
Miss Indiana, she's going to Purdue. That's a crazy ass stat. When I saw that shit, I was like,
yeah, I saw that earlier.
Bro, like how active are you? Like, are you tired? Like, how are you doing this, bro?
That's the 10 blocks. That's the same high school that Skylar Diggins went to.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know.
I know that.
Washington,
was that score for real?
The
box score. Let's see.
Yeah, that's her sister.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think that hoops as well.
That's crazy, yo.
How
much shit would y'all be talking? How much shit would y'all be talking if y'all have 14 points, 18 rebounds, 12 assists, 11 steals, and 10 blocks?
Man,
bro, you ain't gonna be able to tell me shit the next day in school. You understand me? What?
Yeah, I'll be going after that type of game.
I wouldn't even be.
That's an insane. Wait a minute, Lord, your ass said. She is about to go to sleep on us. We're about to end this shit real soon. She is about to go to sleep on us. But Lo talking about she ain't even going to school. I'm certified. You can't tell me shit. So
not too okay now. Hold on now. Not too much for me, Felicia.
Yeah, hey, she came on here ready to go to bed.
Look, she talking about Felicia been ready.
Hey, leave her alone, man. Xavier been whooping her ass, having her go outside, play in the snow and shit, come inside, go back inside.
Y'all come get your nephew, child, because he been on 15. Okay, I'm so happy that daycare opens tomorrow, and I'm so happy to be around adults and go back to work. Okay, and that's my little broke bestie, but child,
yes, yeah, them snow days is not fun. Playing in that snow and shit. They warm up and we'll go right back outside.
As soon as we got dry, outside, mama, outside. I'm like, bro, outside, it's too dark. He's like, it's light. I'm like, oh damn, all right, bro.
He like, you act like I ain't know the
is
difference.
so funny. Right, you didn't think I knew? Come on now.
Look, the same tricks don't work no more. You can tell he getting a little older and smarter.
Man, that's so funny because like sometimes like the boys we want to get like they want to have a Coke or something like fuck that. Get them a Coke Zero. They don't know. Now, yesterday we go to Chick-fil-A. Ace go, mommy, and I want the real Coke. So he owning my ass now.
Dang.
He said, fuck all that Coke Zero shit. I know what this is. I know the difference. I taste the difference. You can get them, but you can't get me. I know what's going on. But we're going to get up out of here so Lo can go to bed. I know she's tired. Yes. Man, just so y'all know, we're going to be on Playback tomorrow. We're going to be on Playback again on the 19th. Like always, man, talk us on all the social media sites, on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. We'll be all over the place like always. Be nice to us on the internet, especially Lo. Y'all be trying to be mean to her. Nick too, but Nick been kind of quiet. Nick ain't been stirring the pot yet, so he do. Nick is due. Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while, but
soon enough, he gonna be saying something.
Soon enough. I be having a light week, but like if I say something about Angel, people become like I'm crazy. Like I don't even think I hate women's sports if I say anything about Angel, which is just stop shooting jumpers. That's all.
You know the favorite thing they tell you. He just started watching basketball, casual. He don't know basketball.
Yeah. Yes. So somebody told me y'all wasn't around for Candace Parker. What?
You was like, I went to her high school.
What are you talking about, man? Like, come with your ass, man. But Nick, he has been chill, you know.
I've just been enjoying life outside of social media, man. You know,
Nick been touching grass.
Yeah, it's the holidays. Nick is finna go. He finna turn up. I already know, but y'all, man, it's been fun. It's fun to been back in 2 weeks. We needed in 2 weeks. I know I did. I needed them 2 weeks for a little break. Yeah, so I needed this break because it's a lot of shit that's about to be happening now. It's going to be a long 2025, but a great 2025.
I told y'all we gonna have a busy January.
But shit, a busy June.
No, busy January.
Oh yeah, it's gonna definitely be a busy January. We got all these, at least 3 playbacks so far, at least 3, and we're gonna be recording every week. So I'd be talking forever. I don't know what you're talking about, but
I'm about to hop back on the 9450. So
all right,
I'm about to be cooked.
Oh bro. Yeah, you really gonna be busy. Yeah, you better get you better start drinking coffee or something. I don't know what you're gonna do. Some Celsius. I don't know. Celsius is pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie. Don't drink that monster shit. Red Bull. Don't drink that bullshit. Don't do that.
You, bro.
Hey, before we leave, all you people who be drinking Red Bulls and vodka all your life, man, I know your heart is just. I hope it's okay because
I'm not gonna lie. I drank that in college a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. And then I read an article about this kid. I read an article about this kid that had a heart attack and he was my age. I ain't never drink it again. I was like, hell nah.
No, fuck all that. Yeah. Oh, ginger ale too. That works. Yeah.
Because I don't drink caffeine, so like I be real jittery off the energy drinks and stuff.
I see, man. Look, I'm like a 3 cup of coffee type of dude every day.
Take some sativa as well. Y'all be good.
I love coffee. So what, Nick? I'm sorry.
Just saying.
What do you say?
Here go Nick talking about sativa.
Oh God. Nick like this. Listen. It does work. It does. If you do sativa, that's the thing people don't understand. You start doing that indica, that shit really gonna put you in the couch for real. So 3 cups of coffee. Well, man, listen. I use my Keurig if I'm moving fast. If I'm not, man, I brew my own coffee, man. I make my own 3 black coffee all day long. I know y'all like that's nasty, but hey, it works. It works for me. It works. But man, it's been fun. I appreciate everybody who's been here this whole time, like y'all always do, y'all. I appreciate y'all support like no other. We all do actually, all y'all support, and Once again, Happy New Year to y'all, and we'll be back next week. Peace.